Now, hear what Biden said. They said that they're going to send planes to put the people in the plane to transport them back to Haiti. Since when they do shit like this?
After a disaster, might I add.
I mean, yo,
that's still fresh.
You need to ask yourself these questions. Since when, if you got turned around or turning away from coming illegally to a nation where the nation have to boarding you to a plane and send you back home, they don't do that. They just close their border. Whatever, how the fuck you come in, you going back the same way. This is not their business.
Facts.
That's how they deal with law.
You paying gas,
okay,
a plane, all kind of things to take them back.
This is why they communicate with neighbor nations. So if it's a border that they share, now the U.S. will hold sanction against Mexico. That means Mexico will have to have to be accountable for all these people, not the U.S. That means the U.S. will say, no, you're not in. Then Mexico is in charge to find ways to tell the people to get out. But now Biden told you don't. So they even go to the protocol of Mexico. Now he told you that he's going to board the people in plane and deport them to Haiti. It's a fucking lie. There's two scenarios right that's playing here.
At all.
Two of them that play here. And I'm trying to tell you, this is how they play their game. It's to create smokescreen or create an agenda to make shit look like some way. And I mean, the truth is, in the hitting part, this is a totally different shit taking places. Look at this shit. So now when Biden said he's sending plane, did you not get it? This is scenario one playing again. He's sending plane to take his recruitment. To take the people that smuggle here, he sent his plane so they can board the plane so they can take his people. Did you not see what happened? That's what he's doing. That's scenario one. That means the recruitment, all these people that smuggled around to come here to infiltrate. Most of them is always military or soldiers. So when they came here, he sent his plane so they get the recruitment, to get the merchandise, those people. And now, when he said Haitians also understand the drought, that's scenario two, the adrenochrome drought. Most of these people, nobody gonna know where the fuck they been. Most of these folks, no one will know where the fuck they been. After they board them in the plane, goodbye. Nobody will get the light of the day. And that also, under the Constitution of the United States, by law, all of these people supposed to get asylum. This is a fact. So if Biden said by law, oh man, give me a second. I'm just gonna get the other one.
I think okay.
Yeah.
We just got to get our lighting together. Lights in the spirit been having lights flicker on and off. It's been wild. Like I'm watching the whole play.
It's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Let me just finish this before we bounce. I have to fix it after.
No doubt.
What you need to understand, by law, by the Constitution, these people, if they reach the border, they're supposed to give them asylum. Because Haiti, the president died. They killed their president. So the nation is not being running properly. That means they are suffering a case of attack. So if this happened by law, these folks has the right. They have the right case to stay in the United States. So they should all get asylum, not turning away. Now, this administration told everyone that they're going to get deported. That's treason. That's treason. That's against the law.
Factual.
Okay? That's against the law. Every single one of them was supposed to stay here because the president got assassinated.
Facts.
Okay? So
facts.
This is a fact. And this is a law. So by law, every single one of them supposed to stay here because that's signed in the Constitution. That means they are granted. They are what you call qualified for asylum.
Correct.
Okay? So Biden saying that taking these people away, that's against the Constitution. That's treason. But once again, you won't hear shit. You won't hear shit. So where are these Jews? You remember the 5,000 Jews running away from Germany to get asylum from Haiti?
Yes,
when Haitian president signed a paper to said, yo, you come in because you facing persecution. These folks now is facing persecution.
That's right.
Okay? Talk to them, Queen. Let me fix this.
Yes, indeed. So we just getting this going. This is off the hook now. Listen, the spirit been all up and through this thing here. The lights have been going on and on doing this flickering party until both of them got down. So we are still here and live and doing what we do. But again, as Brother Hebrew was stating, you all, it's things to make you think. Because everything is not always what it seems. We know that. And when you take a look at what it is Biden is doing, going against the constitutional right of the people who suffered not only an assassination of a president, but we could go further down to say a natural disaster, so-called natural disaster. And the natural disaster was actually two of them, because you had the hurricane and then you had the earthquake first, and then the hurricane or the storm of Ida come right after. So with that, it just went in a chain of events of just craziness. How dare you try to put those people out? And you know what's so crazy? Every time I look at this type of stuff, it just makes you reminisce on how Haitian people were called upon to fight in the American Revolution. How hypocritical of Americans, so-called leaders, to be having the nerve to try to come at Haitian people like that. Oh, how you forget so easily. Honey Christophe was a drummer boy during the American Revolution. So, you understand what I'm saying? Dessalines, like, bruh, come on. You know what I mean? It's just wild. It's just wild how all these things interface with each other. But when you keep track and you really pay attention to it, it just makes us think about one thing. IET, as we always have stated, is Wakanda. So what are we going to do to take back our Wakanda? Because obviously it's very apparent that our people need help. However, if we don't help ourselves here first in the unification of what needs to get done, we'll never be able to get over there and touch what's truly ours. Remember the photograph, I'm not sure if you guys saw this, when the actual earthquake took place. There was oil that just rose up to the top of the land. Oil just sitting there in abundance and not being regulated or used to create jobs and wealth and an economy in IET. It's things that just make you wonder, like, what's really good? What's really good?
Definitely. So, like I said again, we are back. So it's quite simple. So you see those two cases taking place. So they're using this, and like I said, these folks supposed to stay by the law. They're supposed to be granted asylum because their nation is not running properly. And also, who's responsible to make all this shit happen has always been the U.S. So it's still the FBI still don't release no name and evidence who's responsible to kill the president. So all of the shit. So they know exactly what the deal is. They know these folks deserve it. And they know by law they're supposed to get granted asylum. It's a fact. So now, but like I said again, when you go to the hidden part, this is a SOS. Who tell these folks to come in? See, the way these people come in by that number is because they know it's a sure thing. They know that it's something that is guaranteed for them to come in. That means the border will be unchecked, unregulated. This is why all of them come in. You have dude walking around with mattress. I mean, this shit is like all the kids they carry with them. Look at these pictures. You will see, okay? You will see. So this is a fact. So a lot of people don't want to talk about it. This is food right there. This is a food. This is pipeline to food source. So when by law, these folks was just supposed to get turned around way before they reached this far. They were supposed to be turned sent back
seen way before
coming this far.
Okay, into Texas.
So basically, when you see they have cops on a what you call it, they're on the horses chasing Haitians and shit, all that, and they show you pictures. Don't worry, it's all a farce. I mean, how the fuck they get to Texas? You don't understand? That means they're already in Texas. That means they're in America. How? Who give the order to let the border to allow them to be there?
And they ain't see them coming.
So they ain't see them coming from distance? What about Mexico government? How they allowed this shit? Because it's food. I told y'all. It's been a drought. This is an order. This is a food. Okay? So you got to understand. Right now, everybody, most of the people that take their shot, these folks' blood is done. Now, if you're trying to give out your blood, they won't take it. Okay? So that means your blood is contaminated. They're not going to feed on their blood. You know they're not going to feed on their blood.
Ah, key point.
Okay?
Pay attention.
So they know.
Is not promoting vaccinations. They're not doing that bullshit.
They're not taking this shit. So it's fresh food for them. This is pure blood. This is food. And they always got something to deal with Haitians. They know that's the blood they want. That's the blood of choice. This is the premium blood they need. Okay. That's the premium. So by saying that he's sending planes to take the people and deport bullshit, that's kidnapping right there. They are kidnapping these folks in these planes. You will never hear the lights out of them. You don't see that they're not screening these people? That's the reason why they don't have Border Patrol screening them. So if this shit was really happening, you see a tons of different groups of people, like nurses, everybody trying to take their name. They're trying to screen them. You don't see nobody. This is like a free for all. You don't see nothing.
Facts.
Because that's food. So if you screen them, then that means there's a database. That means you know who they are. You got to put them in the system. No, they don't want to do that. That's no paper trail, no tracking, no nothing. After they board these people, the so-called they about to deport them, you will not hear shit. The media just gonna go black out. You don't know what the fuck happened. So that's fucking food, and this is what they are saying.
It's
so
crazy, y'all. What they doing out here. How they just try to play these mind games with people. It's wild. But yeah, well explained, brother. Well explained. As we move on into the next case and scenarios, where we going? We going into some entertainment?
No, man. For the stigmas, like I want to say the stigmas in Haitian community.
Oh, okay. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Now, you did say this. Yeah, go ahead. So you're going to just go ahead and go over with the translation in Creole to let them know what it is.
So now, pour Haïtien frère yo, ça n'a pas gardé là son bagay qui, bon, nous tout cas toujours dit, y'a pas première fois n'a pas. Mais ça qu'a privé là, ou bien ça nous ouais là, ça son direct activité qui reflète dans mentalité nous. Nous même comme culture haïtienne, l'on a dit culture haïtienne, vaudou a pas qu'il nous-mêmes qui la jodi, elle a dit vaudou belle, nous aimons montrer parce qu'il fait paraître belle, mais vraiment façon d'agir, c'est pas bagay comme ça. J'en agis grave. Mais même d'après ça, moi, sa culture haïtienne, cause moun sa ou elle a fait ça ou fait là. So regarder de nous-mêmes, j'en vin lâche. J'en nous toujours dit te bataille, pas de foot nous-mêmes. Bon lâche, ça pas de jambe nous-mêmes, pas de jambe foot nous-mêmes. Nous sommes l'autre bête. Bête nous vigner à son bête qui a vivre dans menti. C'est parce qu'elle vit dans menti oui, qui fait ça elle a fait oui. C'est menti à nous tellement vivre là-dedans qu'on y a nous mettre menti à comme une réalité pour nous vivre là-dedans. Haïtien, l'on regarde Haïti. Haïti c'est pas question de moun qui pas gain non. C'est programming ça, j'ai programmé nous mentalement. C'est programme mental là, c'est programmation mentale là qui cause nous là. Parce que nous on problème, nous pas dire son problème. Nous mettre dans tête nous problème qui devant nous pas problème vrai. Mais là kaka, un exemple. On regarde l'Amérique ou bien l'autre pays qui développé, si on tron côté ou lâche ton bagay, prix à haut comme ça moun yo fait, yo pas tourner.
That's it.
Ça veut dire que tout autant yo pas tourner pas un business n'a craser ce moun nan kounya qui pral vendre la fonds pour l'ajuster prix a. Ouais nous même haïtien ça ne fait pas Haïti. Nous connaît prix a pas bon, mais n'a pas acheter quand même juste pour nous manger le devant l'autre petit mal réparer nous pour montrer que nous plus passer. Montrer que nous gagne. Même ça haïtien. Passer pour nous plaindre. Passer pour nous jouer, passer pour nous bataille, pour ça ne pas gagner, pour ça ne mériter, plutôt prendre poste que nous gagne. Et même ça cause là. Ouais, puis moun sa là, j'me dis non. Moun sa pas sur Haïti. 90% moun sa c'est moun qui vivent en Amérique du Sud. Ça veut dire moun qui vivent Chili, moun qui vivent Brésil, moun qui vivent Colombie, moun qui vivent Bolivia, moun qui vivent Argentine. Tout ça haïtien qui vivent dans zone ça qui vient là. On pour raison parce que l'autre haïtien pareil yo dit OK, tout autant pas vinn États-Unis ou pas diaspora. Et si vous comprenez ça, là, tout le monde serait là, vous vivez bien pas ça haïtien. C'est diaspora, oui, non, sans si vous vivez dans le pays. Mais nous avons façon nous-mêmes, nous créons un petit système, nous créons un programme qui toujours cherche pour nous faire l'autre là paraître plus bas passer nous. Personne ne s'en prend plaisir nous, pour nous parler à l'autre mal, pour nous toujours gagner dans sous l'autre qui pas gagner, ou bien pour nous prendre pause nous plus que l'autre. Mais c'est ça que mettez là. Parce que dans tête plus fort moun ça là, yo beaucoup diaspora vrai. Parce que pour diaspora, il faut qu'on entre aux États-Unis. Il faut qu'on vive aux États-Unis pour diaspora. Et même pour qu'ils ont tout viré monde à fait ça ou fait là. Parce que c'est programme nan a dirige. C'est programme qui mette là. Posez cette question. Plusieurs nan moun ça, on qui ça fait, yo tout vend terre, yo vend caillou, yo pour une chance. Pour ils sont pour une chance comme ça. Vous imaginez 10 000 moun. Prendre 10 000 moun, so mettez $5,000 américains, 10 000 moun. Combien comme
vous t'a gagné tout bon? Qui ça t'es réaliser comme ça tout bon pour pays ya?
Combien engrais au ka acheter comme ça, commencer planter diri patate, bagay qui ka commencer planter dans 6 mois, 3 mois, bagay pour manger. So, est-ce que son problème nous gagne comme moun ou bien nous son moun qui raille, nous tellement raille tête, nous programme qui nous même n'a mettre une tête en bas. Et même ça haïtien, pour yo même yo poko diaspora, tout autant yo pas entrer États-Unis. Ça veut dire oublier que responsabilité, oublier que so gagne on ka vivre avec. Non. C'est émotion dans tête yo, programme qui dans tête yo, qui fait ça fait là. On regarde pile figure, regarde team pile figure moun ça qui dans vraiment misère. Non. Yo besoin vin là pour dire l'autre là diaspora. Yo besoin vin là pour dire ceci. Et puis tout nous même diaspora là, États-Unis, tout c'est nous cause Haïti étalé là. Parce que nous fait vin n'a vivre dans menti. Nous connaissons très bien ceci n'a scié monde blanc. Nous connaissons très bien ces caca qui saute dans monde l'autre. Ou passer mon la donne pour sauver des goudins pour vous ba yo. Mon pape dit yo ça. L'on entre en bord besoin montrer que c'est warrior. Ou pas ba vérité a. Kounya yo même y a vivre dans illusion ça. Y a suivre
mentalement ou créer un bagage
qui pas là. On regarde plusieurs nèg dans communauté haïtien, dans Etienne a montre gen gros machine, a montre ceci, a montre c'est là, fait l'autre la penser là, c'est paradis lié. Fait pas ka même ouais pays, fait pas ka même que bon cercle nan men pour la commencer planter. Fait pas ka vle faire rien pour pays a passer dans tête li rive là tout bon. Tandis que c'est menti. Moun a vivre dans machine.
Y a dormi dans basement kay moun. Y a fait femme prend soin yo, y a font dal kaka. Mais nous pas jamais faire moun connaît que bagala pas facile, j'en a pensé là, c'est créer illusion. Pour faire tête nous fier, pour faire tête nous sentir que c'est une affaire nous. Qui l'en a suspendre avec bagay ça parce que son saleté lié, kounya vinn coop toute mentalité tout haïtien yo, pour jab ti moun yo, pour jab tout l'autre ça k'ap gade yo, k'ap souffrir yo. Il pas fait sens.
Mais ça haïtien là.
Il pas fait sens. Les arrivé pour une vérité à kounya.
10 000 dans nous-mêmes. Ça son militaire gen là, n'te ka craser système ça ka peser nous. 10 000 moun haïtien ça prend la rue a craser système ça. Nous est lâche nous ça ne fait plutôt courir. Nous plutôt courir pour nous scier moun da blanc, nous plutôt courir pour nous demander, nous qui de mourir pour aller humilier nous parce qu'on da lâche nous. Nous pas haïtien monsieur. Et parlons même non papa de saline dans jour nous dans guette maman. Nous pas foutre de saline.
Mais nous pas connait pour qui ça vraiment là.
Nous pas gagne. Même toujours dit moun gen va longer douette. Oh même parce que là même bien dit nous. M'la m'a font travail, ça m'a fait si t'es gen dans monde dans pour te faire tout. Si n'ta kon vivre, j'aime vivre, nous pas t'a j'aime permettre nous faire ça m'a fait si t'es gen vivre. Malaise, m'pas besoin faire ça. Même faire parce que me connais mon devoir responsable. Attends penser nous t'a vivre Haïti, t'es dans condition moun ça yo. Attends, ou penser moun Haïti a vivre? Moun yo mourir déjà. C'est un mort vivant yo. Attends, ou penser m'ta dans position ça m'pas commencer mettre zam dans moun mal porté. M'm connais mourir déjà, attends m'kal paix pour m'pas fucking bataille pour pays. C'est ça fait la bataille pour pays a. Vin faire humiliation ça. On pense les ancêtres va quitter moun ça au passé tout. Ou même bien dit la loi d'après la loi t'a supposé to pas loi virer contre eux même côté ou pas même qui te arrêté même parce que les ancêtres yo pas aimer ça qu'a fait là. Pour assassiner un président dans figue nous même bien dit nous qui nous quoi assassiner nous pas assassiner mais action en fait quand même. Dans tête moun li fait. Pour président mourir là pour ces même malpropreté ça ou t'a diriger mal là yo kounya même qu'a recommencer font l'autre gouvernement dans figue nous peuple là pas fait n'a suit kounya courir parce que pour une responsabilité nous pour une craser un système j'aime dire nous yeah, just don't give that bullshit.
All right, so basically we were just giving this was Haitian stigmas and a lot of the sick mentality that goes on as to the reasoning of why many who are not doing too badly that might be in the South American areas of the world were trying to run to come in the first place, if this was indeed the case. The reason they're trying to come is because they want to prove a status quo. In Haiti, the culture goes that until you reach America, you're nothing. Even if you go to South America and was to start building a life and having business and doing things, it still means nothing. Even if you're in the DR and you just had a point to be able to have a business running, something going, you're still nothing. Why? Until you've touched the grounds of America. Them thinking that America is so sweet and that it's just so easy, okay? Because when we send money for them, it's 1, 2, 3. Money falls off of the trees. When we do that Western Union transfer or that MoneyGram transfer, okay, or that Com transfer. But they don't understand the pain and the hard work we have to put in to be able to do what we do and have what we have. But sadly, the reason why it's this way is because many so-called Haitian music industry affiliates play and give off this fantasy land and this fantasy world that does not exist. If they see a fancy car, it's a car that's rented. If they see jewelry, it's fake cubic zirconium jewelry or jewelry that's rented to give right back. If they're at a party, know that they paid like everybody else to get in there. Or if they're just coming there to perform, they had an arrangement with the actual promoter. Sometimes they get paid next to nothing. It's just for appearance purposes for them to keep the look going on for themselves as an artist. Now, I'm not bad-mouthing anybody who's trying to make sure that they show they're doing a better level. But don't lie to the people Every time you leave America to go to Haiti to visit, Haiti to visit, you're painting this facade that does not exist, that you really don't have this quote-unquote money and wealth that you're showing off. And if you did, why not lift one of your other brothers and sisters up from out of the dirt that you see them in and say, you know what, I do have some money. I'm ready to invest 20, 30, 40, $50,000, whatever the case is. Let's start working into some business together with each other to see how far we can really get with that. But no, you want to go stunting one-on-one on the person over there that's poor, the person that will promote or support your freaking music or whatever. You want to make them feel like shit, because that's what you do, because this is the sickness that has been going on, sadly, in the Haitian community for a very long time. No one is saying not to feel good and look your best and do you, but stop selling it as to being the only thing that you show and not talk about the realities of the hardships here it is to make $1 out here in America, and how the economy is nothing of what it used to be, and how many different things are changing right now as we speak. Give your other brother and sister that might be down there in that dirt some fucking value for once, because it's pitiful and it's sick. You want to show off and show that you some big man, big woman, whatever, doing this, that. But then again, you forget that we're one. But then whenever Haitian Flag Day comes in, oh, Haitian pride. Haitian pride of what? Selling a dream? Selling an illusion? I'm going to need us to start waking up, because that shit's played out. We're going into 2022. That's 222. It's time for shit to get balanced. That stuff no longer makes sense. And stop selling that kind of culture to those poor people out there, because they out there risking their lives to try to get over here, thinking that it's just so wonderful, not knowing when they come low-level jobs, now when they come forced vaccinations, now when they come all kinds of shit. People in America for our own damn self is trying to get shit together. So please, spare me with the illusions. And it's crazy because, of course, even in Black America, we do it to each other too. But this is even more saddening and heartfelt because of the fact that people, they will sell whatever it is, a little bit that they have out there in those South American countries that they were coming from. Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Colombia, etc., to try to just get to this ground, to this land, thinking that you just about to, as soon as you literally touch the land, you already, you know what I'm saying, popping, millionaire. You feel me? Because that's what the mother fools sell as the illusion. And look now what that illusion is bringing to our people. It always starts from mentality, yo, up here. And y'all damn sure did a job fucking them people head up, making them think it's just that easy out here. 1, 2, 3, they'll just be living a life. Living la vida loca. Guess again. It's time to get real. We got to have real conversations. So again, if you don't feel that align with you, then great. But if it does, wake up. You look stupid out here in these streets. You look like a fool doing what you're doing because you're not helping anything with those people. You're selling something that is not there. That is not going on. It's time to get real. 222 coming. It's about to be heavy situations of balance. And it's coming out the light. We're not calling out nobody's names. Ain't got no time for that. We're just saying you know who you are. Get real. Stop playing with people's emotions and stop selling that fantasy. Now, moving on and along, brother.
All right now.
As we get out of that, that was just the stigmas that we put in everything else as it pertains to IET to rest at the moment. Now moving forward into the different functions we want to talk about. Okay? Y'all make sure you guys are sharing the live. You know who you are. Share the live, share the live, share the live. And once again, we're going to start talking about my favorite part out here. With the entertainment. There's a lot to talk about in entertainment news right now. So, the first function that you're looking at right here is homegirl Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is originally from Trinidad, I believe. And, you know, when Cardi B came in, her career started to take a dive. They were now claiming that Cardi B was the new next it and everything factor. So Cardi B's getting all the endorsements, the Pepsi, the this, the that, and all of that. Okay, shout out to Cardi B. Nicki Minaj also, too, had her time. Had a good run for while it lasted. Now, while she's still a very talented young lady, and, you know, she made her claim and fame to the top and whatnot. And shout out to all the sisters who doing their thing, you know. At the same token, she did come up in the news this week for something that I was actually rather surprised about. Okay? Sister was saying, or got blackballed, if you will, is pretty much literally getting canceled right now in a way, via Instagram's forum and via Twitter's forum, because of the fact that she got on a live and spoke out against vaccinations. Yeah, you heard it right. She was saying, do y'all not see this bullshit that's going on? This thing is real. It's very real. The whole nine. And so now what we have out here is she's telling reporters, what the hell is wrong with you people? She's getting threatening texts and all kinds of craziness. They saying that they want to have a meeting with her at the White House. Nikki, don't go, girl. Don't go, Nikki. You know that's a setup. When they tell you to go to the White House, your ass don't make it back. You know how that shit is. Or days later, you be gone and miss it somewhere. Listen, don't go, girl. Don't go. Don't go. I'm just saying, don't go. You just had a cute little son and everything. Don't go. Now, moving forward into this, there's also another celebrity that came out speaking on his ish, Mr. Chris Brown. Surprisingly enough, he pops up out of nowhere because he was very anti-Trump. You know what I'm saying? But your boy, Chris Brown, also had something to say. Now, what was his tweet?
You can pull that up. If you guys pretty much happy with.
Oh yeah, if you're happy now with Biden, but yet your happy ass wasn't advocating nothing for the homie. Trump, when he was in there, making sure American people were more employed, was not trying to force vaccinations down anybody's throat. We didn't hear you then, homie. But if you say so. And real quick, I just wanted to touch on the situation with Nicki Minaj. You know, it's just kind of sad. It's never too late to kind of get up and get informed. But it's just a little bit sad at the moment that she had to now want to come out and give the truth when she's not popping as much no more. I just would have wished when there was that real shine and spotlight on you, you would have had more backbone into the things of these natures. But you know, again, growth is a process. So better late than never. I still commend you for coming through and doing what you did. There might have been other circumstances and situations before that you couldn't. So, at the end of the day, if Nicki Minaj never gets back on social media again, in terms of IG pages and all this other foolishness, I will say this. We appreciate you, sister, for having the balls that many knuckers don't even have to come out and say and give the truth, okay? So one time for Nicki Minaj on that side of things. She did voice her opinion about that. And at the end of the day, don't the Constitution let you know that you could be pro or not pro for something? What the hell is going on in this place? Every time you turn around, your rights are being taken from right up under you. Little by little by little until it's just an overhaul. If we the people, as the Constitution stated, don't get up in the head on top of these things. So yes, back over to now, what's next? Who we got next up on the function? We talked about brother Chris Brown. Oh, listen. Oh boy. What in the hell? What in the hootenanny is going on here? I said, what in the hootenanny? What the fuck is going on here? Okay? Fuck out of here. What is going? Fuck out of here, yo. I said one more time. When my people be like, what's going on? Fuck out of here. Because I don't understand what the fuck. Please get the picture up on the screen. Please get the picture up on the screen. What in the hell going on with y'all people, with your boy? Russell Westbrook. And I love it because Tariq Nasheed said Russell Westbrook. Bucking. Okay? Because he played too much. Now listen, this brother is a very talented basketball player. He has a wife who is equally an athlete. They are awesome looking together. They had a baby not too long ago or whatnot. I think maybe about a year ago, something like that. But they got a child together. That's going to be an athletic child from the rip. That probably came out the room just running and shit. But what I don't understand, what I'm not getting here, is what in the hell inspired you? I don't care how much endorsement money, brother. What inspired you to put on your grandma's skirt? What inspired you? Her Sunday's best school dress skirt, her church skirt that she was going to say amen and hallelujah to, inspired you to wear that shit. And then you took the sweater okay, from your little sister, put that on, put grandma's skirt on, and said you was hot. You thought you was doing it in them streets, huh? You had a little laugh and everything. You thought that shit. You was just coming to steal the show. The fuck is going on?
For my Haitian people out here, fuck out there.
Fuck out here. I don't understand you, man. What's your problem, man?
Fuck out there.
What the fuck is wrong with you, B?
Some BS, man. Come on now,
tripping?
man. And for the people from the South, man, what you got the people from the South gonna say about
like,
that? What in there hootenanny going on here?
What in there hootenanny's going on here? What in God's name are you doing? Like, what the fuck is really going on?
It is the great Lord Pastor Manning. We gonna say, you nigga crazy.
You niggas crazy. Your niggas crazy. What is wrong?
You, man.
You already got money. You're already doing good in your career. What in the fuck? I want to know what you was sipping on, brother. What juicy fruit you had going. What was in the sauce? Was it the scissor or what? You was drinking before you put that shit on.
But anyway, man.
And thought you was doing.
But you know, this is the humiliation retro. So most likely he joined the Lakers. You already know most likely the Lakers gonna win the championship.
They swing and they swing.
The Lakers gonna win the championship.
You already know how that's
pretty much what they're going with that, you know.
Yo.
That's the initiation process. But again, that's the brother they're trying to play hard. Listen, like I tell people, man, this whole gay community stuff, that's why I respect those that willing to tell you who they are. Be real about yourself.
That's all. That's
all. Stop playing game, bro. Come out. I mean, what the fuck? Just stop playing games, son.
I just don't be overstanding.
You feel me?
And he ain't the first one, so let's make this clear. He's definitely not the first one because a lot of these basketball players, they start touching them with this shit. They want to wear grandma's skirt, okay? You know your boy P. Diddy done did it countless of fucking times. Pharrell. We could go on and on. The athletes done did what the other one named with the eyes look like an Anunnaki.
James?
Yes, James Harden. And the whole 9 and the whole 2 Live crew. So, you know, they get into that shit.
Yo.
But you overstand and ask yourself, how you got all this money, but you can't tell somebody no because you are paid and bought.
Listen, man, I've been trying to tell people, man, these athletes are not, they don't have money. They play a number games, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, they are playing the number game. And that's what I believe did happen. Number game. They just looking at their phone. They just see the numbers. They feel good in the morning. Looking at that bitch every morning like, oh, okay.
It's in there.
It's in there. But it's a number game. Now ask yourself, if these niggas gotta withdraw anything past $2 million, they gotta answer to somebody.
Not even all that. You giving them too damn much.
I give too much.
Shit.
You talk about hundreds of thousands.
They start looking at niggas crazy.
You know, they gotta answer to someone. So pretty much to me, Hollywood or these so-called celebrities and this athletes or whatever you call it, they are part of a society that in control of a lot of assets. I repeat, they are part of a society that control a lot of assets. That means the homes, they got the real estates, and they got the car to lease it. So pretty much they cover these athletes with things. So in their mind, they think it's their money doing it. No, it's not. You have a society that controls certain shit that allow you to get
some
these
credit.
Shit.
They got your ass on a credit.
They get you on some credit shit.
That's it.
Some communism
really
credit
money.
shit.
To
me, I feel like all these so-called rich athletes, they are part of this system, the communism system among themselves. Okay, so everything comes, but they don't own shit because they never. I mean, wonder why. Why they not doing anything? Why they not using their money to build the community? Because they don't have nothing. Their master said no.
Sure don't.
That's it.
And
it's a number game, man.
You get why you couldn't buy back the block, why you couldn't make sure there was new schools built in the community, that they were shutting down jails and doing something. We talking some other language from another place and another planet to them.
So, off bat, man.
It ain't cute being y'all right about now. And also, going back to the function of the vaccines, where the hell were the celebrities with the vaccinations?
I mean, you know, I gotta go back with Nikki for a quick second.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Because I didn't give my 2 cents on Nikki. First of all, everybody remember how Nikki was popping. To me, once again, I gotta give kudos. Remember, everybody always said that Nikki, you know, biting off from Kim and all that. I get it. Everybody bite off some lyrics. I mean, if it would have been like, if we talk about this new age shit, every motherfucker hold Bone Thugs and Harmony some shit. Because everybody biting off from Bone Thugs. Fact. Nobody can argue with me. All of y'all niggas hold Bone Thugs some fucking rent money. But guess what? That's the nature of the industry. People evolve. You bite off from something, so you constantly get yourself out there. Yeah, I know Nikki bite off lyrics. Straight up line from Kim. But she got her own style. We got to say this shit. Nikki do not deliver like Kim. Nikki do not trying to dress like Kim. I mean, as far as the vibe-wise, most women do. They all kind of dress the same shit, the blonde shit. It's a system. They got the shit in place. They want you, once you join the game, to be with a certain agenda. So you just like, you know what I'm saying? The bunny look shit. It's all MK shit. We know that. But like y'all said before, when Nikki was on top of the world, you don't hear Nikki talk about shit. That has to do with something. So it's like it take her career to dive down for her to finally feel like she had to say something. So now you got to ask yourself, is this shit is pretty much, if she really mean it, but or as another way for her to get her name out there because she ain't getting no buzz these days. That's what you need to think about. But nevertheless, now I can say what I said don't really much make sense. When you see Nikki, her last album, the way Nikki was making a turn. She was definitely taking the corner. She was talking about she's a queen now. She was making more positive music, or more music that inspired more youth, specifically more women. Out of nowhere, you don't hear Nikki. So now, once again, now the influence of Communist Party, or what you call the CCP, Nikki, she was not Nikki at one point. She was Bad Gal Chung Lee. So this Chinese influence, because you know once you see Chinese, it's the CCP. So she was down with the agenda. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, now when this shit don't go down how she was wanted to be, because that's the point of the game, they constantly replace you. Whoever willing to get down with their dirty game, they put you in. So now she have to voice her opinion, which I agree. That's the point of the shit. Like I said, if I took the shit, that's my choice. I mean, if something go on, that's my choice. So don't blame me. That's my decision. So I mean, if I took this shit, I'm feeling good about myself. That's me. But if I don't take it too, respect me. This is my freedom. This is my decision if I decide to take it or not. So she have the right to say something. But once again, it proves you this is an agenda and all of them is involved. So again, I still got to give her kudos and power to that because she still step up and say something. What about these motherfuckers out there that ain't saying shit? Now, I mean, you know what's so funny about the situation is the fact that way before this shit happened, we talking about before election, all of them, we talking about politicians and celebrities. They was like, nah, we not taking this fucking vaccine. Fuck this shit. Because it was so-called Trump in power. So like they believe, oh, this nigga, no, fuck that. We don't want to take it. It's unconstitutional. Just like they take Andrew Cuomo out because Cuomo tape or Cuomo spin don't sound good. Because Cuomo spin, because he's a governor. He was the first to say this shit is unconstitutional. I cannot mandate this shit. That spin itself is problematical. They don't want that spin to stick. If that shit keep playing, that shit got weight to it. So they come up with a bogus case. They said that he started raping girl, but all this time, this nigga been in Congress for this long, so y'all just figured this shit out? That he so-called was creepy? What about Biden with all these fucking videos, pictures, doing creepy ass shit on children? This nigga is a predator. This nigga was supposed to get locked up way before, but now he's so-called president? So now we just gonna incriminate Cuomo and we let the fucking so-called president getting off the hook? Come on, man. Once again. So all of them were saying no. So now, out of nowhere now, they all want you to take it. The hypocrisy. Now, where are these celebrities? Because most of these celebrities was banking on this shit. They was banking like, nah, we don't trust this nigga and we not taking this motherfucker. So that's why most of them was pretty much endorsed this bitch right now. So now this nigga right now, he's saying that he pretty much going to pass law to pretty much force this shit regardless. So I don't see no celebrity saying nothing. All right, so that's my 2 cents in that situation. I'm going to come right back. Let me just do this right quick. Give me 1 second. All right, boo?
I'm good. I'm just want to know what your next function is looking like. We good.
The next function. The next function gonna be crazy.
What's that?
How much hour we got in?
We got 30 minutes left.
This is the picture I want to show y'all niggas. That, I mean, give me 1 second.
Yeah, that right there is wow. We got something to talk about our so-called president. Now, you know, even before he got elected, sworn into office or whatever have you, so-called, we knew something was up with this guy. But just take a look at that picture right there. Take a look at his damn ear. And what the hell is that there on the side cap, man? What is that, man? Who are you, man? If you're even a man, we don't know what you are right now. What in the hell is that? And of course, like always, The Simpsons was only created to give us things about what's about to come through. Check out the damn Simpsons with the The fake faces with the, again, peel-offs. Okay? The game is being played right in front of our faces. We know good and well. If you fuck around, who's up under that mask is probably a damn Asian man. I wouldn't be surprised. If anybody watched Super Bowl Sunday, just kicked off. We probably, in the second week, I believe now. If you look at all the damn commercials in between, especially the first kickoff, because a lot of new commercials come in and all of that. Yo, it's wild at how heavy the influence was of more Asians in the commercials than even our own people. I repeat, we even had damn Prudential showing you mass amounts of Asians as if they're the ones who need insurance. You don't need no insurance no more because you ain't what they need no more. We told you guys that the ties have been created already between the Asian and the Jews to really do a whole hijacking of America. And that's real as it gets. That's what the plan was from the jump. And now they really acting it out. They flexing right now. Even that movie that's out in theaters right now.
I mean, listen, man.
It's wild.
This is not a problem for my Asian brothers and sisters because, those that born here, they know the deal. They different than those that born within the systems of what you call communism.
That communist agenda.
To me, this is the problem that China going to always have. China have a culture problem, okay? So that culture always going to clash because that's the hypocrisy. They are banning black people movie. They don't play black folks movie over there. They ban hip-hop. They banning the internet. So pretty much they are anti-black culture. This is a fact. So that's a fact. So although we know the problematical aspect of black culture too, so don't get me wrong. So hip-hop is not being used properly. So we must know that part that being played also.
Yeah, but back to this Biden function over here.
So let's just get back to it. So this picture is quite clear. So that's no mistake. We all know the Simpsons been dropping information that always correct. But again, look at the picture. So this is not someone just Photoshop. This is real. We've been knew this, okay? There's like this Illuminati card out there that this, card deck. Ben predict this shit that he's an imposter. So this is your proof right there. Look at his ear. So it's a face mask. That's a mask, okay? A prosthetic mask. So this motherfucker we think is out there, he's a Fojo. That's how they been calling him, a Fojo. So again, this is a part that we all need to know that America's divided. This is a shadow government, a corporation that's bankrupt. This is a bankrupt corporation versus the republic, okay? So also, I want to state this because I almost forgot. What you see, whether this shit is real or not, or staged, because this shit do look like a motherfucking, like a movie scene, what you see in the border of Mexico. Like I said before, we have many. I give you 3 different scenarios. What you saw with the Haitians in Mexico, it's nothing more than 3 different scenarios taking places. One of them is pretty much, I said before, that majority of these folks is not from Haiti. These are Haitians living in South America, Brazil, Nicaragua, Colombia, Ecuador, Argentina, all of this region. These are these Haitians that come here, not those from Haiti, okay? So again, these people come in here because they heard something. Okay, that means they know the border's going to be wide open. Okay, they know they're not going to get checkpoint, no nothing. So it's easy for them to walk there because somebody let them pass and someone told them you can come. And I told y'all also, there's a military operation taking place underneath of this shit. Again, those, I'm saying this because a lot of Facebook people probably start watching because I just connected not too long ago, so they miss out on this. So I want y'all to understand also, there's a military operation taking place from Afghanistan to here. A lot of these people, they want to see the media rush. They put the Haitian thing so everybody think they are Haitians or all of these people are Haitians migrant. In reality, there's a lot of other people that's moving in between these people. They want the smoke screen to be about Haitians, but in reality, there's a lot of soldiers, a lot of mercenaries infiltrate within the people so they can cross the border here. And there's a reason why, based on the story, that they told you Biden is sending airplane. By law, if you trying to return the people back, you don't owe them shit. Ain't no sending plane to take refugees. Word. No, you tell the refugees go back. That's it. You close your border. That's how it's been done. And again, this is not if they can get those people, based on what I see, they're not in Mexico anymore. They're in the state. They're in the United States. That's why I see those sheriff. They was Texas sheriff. So they passed checkpoints to get there. So again, who allowed them? And like I said, it's because number one is a military operation taking place. So that means mercenaries is moving among the people. Okay? And that was the reason why they told these people not stupid. These folks have jobs. These folks already established in fucking South America. But if you tell them that you guarantee them that if they cross the border, they're going to be in the U.S., 10,000 of the motherfuckers going to show up. Because it's a sure thing. Now, if you tell these niggas it's the same old shit that's been happening at the border for eons of time, you just taking a chance, most likely you're going to get returned, 10,000 are not going to show up. They're not going to take the chance because they know the fucking story. They know niggas been trying to get in there for years and they still you got more opportunity to get turned down than to get accepted. But if 10,000 show up, it's because they told them it's a sure thing that don't worry, they're going to let the border open. And that's why they fucking come. Now, why again? Military operation. I mean, a lot of people, those they're not showing you on the TV, the pictures they're not showing you, or the video they're not showing. They was only want to focus on the Haitians. But you're not going to get the focus on those that they want to come with them so they can infiltrate or smuggle them in, okay? Because they told you now in Afghanistan, they got enough $83 billion worth of U.S. equipment and military and soldiers. That means they just fund themselves. They funded a mercenary group you call the Afghanistan. So now they become mercenary, like an outside military. I told you the U.S. military don't want to play ball. They don't want to coordinate or they don't want to cooperate with this new government here. They feel like this government is a shadow government, which is true. So they don't want to fuck with them. So now they are funded or they are building mercenaries to come here or to infiltrate here to start some shit because they need the right crisis to take over. Okay? They need another 9/11 shit. So now when you heard Biden said they sending plane, you already know why. So if you're sending plane, that means you're gonna get someone or you're going to get some people. So when you heard that sending plane, it's two scenarios. Either smuggle your mercenary group of people to come with you or you getting food. Like I said, food. We have 4 years of drought in America. 4 years of adrenochrome drought. These niggas need food. Okay? So it's gonna be tough to do while I'm in live doing it. That's why. All right, it's after. That's fine. So it's like I said, all the borders has always been the area that they smuggle people is to get the food. And adrenochrome it's always been happening at the border. So these folks, when you heard 10,000 come, is a lot of food. That's another scenario taking places. Okay? So when they tell you they taking them on the plane to deport them, a lot of airplane not gonna fucking go to Haiti. These folks about to get disappeared. Okay? That's a fact. We don't need to argue. That's why most of these pictures, you don't find nobody screening these people. No one taking name, no nurses, nobody at all, because it's free for all. It's free food, okay? So that's a fact. So that's your present. And again, y'all Haitians was loving y'all niggas some Joes, man. Y'all just love y'all.
They thought Joe was going to give papers, was going to give them things from that TPS function. That's what Joe Biden was supposed to do.
Right.
And he came through and did 10 times worse than what he so-called promised he was going to do. So-called. Made y'all think he was down to earth, went to little Haiti, had y'all head fucked up thinking he was about to do something for y'all. And we told y'all from the get, stop playing yourself. Whatever's to happen is to happen. If you didn't take care of your business and adjust yourself from before, you're screwed. Sou pata juste tête ou déjà, nou te vote monsieur Joe Biden sa, kounya gade nou. Kounya gade nou ki kaka ki pran la. Kote monsieur. Non seulement pas bay moun yo papier vraiment à mouvement TPS ça, mais mettre sous l'encore, gardons crisis qu'a fait là en Texas, gade qui j'en a réagi avec haïtien, tant qu'on sont nous pas rien. Mais nèg nous te voter. Ça veut dire conscience nous ta supposé reprocher nous. Là n'a gardé bagay ça au cap fait là. Avec haïtien. Dans travers le monde. It's just sick. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's more than crazy. So this is your faux Joe, like we call it before.
Faux to the Joe.
Now
listen.
To the Joe.
Real soon, we about to be.
They can't do it.
Huh?
They can't do it.
What?
If you want to call, just go.
I said, yeah, I know, but do me a favor. Give me the email. I didn't get to save it in my thing, so I can tell them in a minute. So we can do that. But yeah, just in a minute for anybody who was just catching up. Of course, make sure you're sharing the live. The Voodoo Diva and God is in the building. You already know what it is. There's so much shit, but these were the things just as of right now. Somebody mentioned a very good point I want to address. How they was going to be at the border, all those people, but then there was no vaccinations or testing them or anything like that.
Is that what I told y'all?
But then they want to jump their ass on a plane? What the fuck? Wait, they can't be that close to each other, right? social distancing, right? They ain't had no mask when they came into motherfucking Texas,
I
right?
mean, if this shit was what they think it is, these folks would not even get this far because they would have military at the border because they feel and they know that this so-called virus is problematical, so they will make sure that these folks don't get that far. It's a fact.
Straight up.
Okay?
Straight
up.
up.
They will automatically have checkpoint to make sure that do not allow these people to come in.
They would have never made it that
never
far.
made it that far.
It's suspicious. It's very suspicious, y'all.
Shit don't add up, man.
Now, my heart goes out to any hurt that happens to anyone, especially my Haitian people, for the degradation of the way they still show the photos. Remember, this is all a ritual.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual. So don't get it twisted. One fact of something I wanted to touch on, if you can, I'm not sure if you can pull that up, the monument that they put up in France, and that war monument with Napoleon in them. If you could look that up real quick, would you be able to? Because I wanted to touch on it real quick because it's something I'm noticing about that. And just speaking of rituals and how nothing is new under a sun, same way they're kind of showing you that it was on some whip and chain type stuff with horses running after, the people caught in the water like on some slavery shit. Because that's just what they were trying to display by those photographs. To put you in that state of mind as a people, all right, and enrage you. Of course, they need to draw energy out of us. The autumn equinox is coming, all right? It's around the full moon energy they giving us this news. They not stupid. I've been told you everything here is one big fucking joke. It's a
time
ritual
travel
all the time. And it's being done over and over and over and over again. Time always reveals it. They stay playing these fucking games. So at the same token, what I wanted to make a mention of is I find it very weird. Peep game. 2 days ago, this report came out in France. There's this very big war monument in France, which was even in the time of Napoleon. Just put France, I think you put war monument. You'll see. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Right? So anyway, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. This was a project that was started even in the times of Napoleon that they never finished up.
Keep talking.
And within that being said, it ended up being a whole situation where pretty much they said that they were going to leave this covering, this fabric that this Bulgarian artist put up for 16 days. It was really interesting because they had a specific amount of days that they were going to keep this up. Something that has taken probably over how long to create in terms of getting this big ass monument covered in this fabric. It was this very popular function in the times of Napoleon. So last year, this particular Bulgarian artist died, but it was a really big deal, and this was reporting, I think, even on CNN, if anybody caught this news report. Not sure if anybody's catching drift to what I'm talking about, but I just find it very weird that in the time that they had it up for display and saying that it would only be for 16 days, this tribute, in a sense, to late Napoleon, all right, that this is all going down with Haiti. It just makes you think, it makes you wonder, like, they're playing a game. There's a ritual right now going on again to put the Haitian people in captivity. This was the template, but the finished product is what you'd have to show, which it looks something like that. But anyway, just to say it, if you look at this particular wall monument, it looks like a doorway, a portal into something. When you look at it, well, I'm trying to get it up for you guys so you can see it. That was the old school floor plan. But anyway, to the newer side, if you could get a new picture and put that, you should find it. Anyway, I'm just saying that France always tends to pop up when some shit's going on with Haiti. And although this was not direct that anybody's going into France or anything, but when you just look at the trajectory of the energy, they mentioned Napoleon, saying that this was something, a war monument even in the times of Napoleon. That's when, of course, we know Napoleon got that ass whooped by Haiti. It's just the energy in the air right now. It's wild. It's deep. You know what I mean? And they play these tricks. It's trigonometry all over. So I'm not surprised.
For what I'm seeing here, this has to do with a fabric they just lay on it.
Correct. The function is that how many days and how long it took them to do it.
They call it the Paris Arc. The Paris Arc. That's the name of the monument.
Right. The Paris Arc, which looks almost is like a dome-looking function.
And
which
they put a wrap on it.
Going in. This was the artist here.
Yeah, they put a wrap on it, but it's pretty much when you see these colors is consistent with white. The colors
Red
are France
and blue.
white.
Right.
Yeah, and blue.
Facts.
So, but if you're looking at it, it's all stripped down, like it's different strips of these colors. So one thing for sure, if you're looking at it, it makes you think So it's definitely someone is projecting doorways of frequency of thinking.
To try to project a certain function to happen. That's what caught my eye about her. So I just want to touch on it real quick since we're talking about IET. But anyway, now we come into the what's going on, and although we know you niggas crazy.
That's right.
But we still gonna show you love because we promise. So now what you can do is we're going to be able to let you give a call in. All right, I'm going to give the number that we could call in, and I'd like to get some of your feedback, especially dealing with what's currently going on right now in IET. You know, that's a very pressing matter. Giving thanks, honor, and respect to Papa Dessalines and what that means for us as a people. Okay, and you don't have to be of Haitian origin because we're talking about Black history. Remember, all history is our history if it's people of melanin, our forefathers and foremothers who have made it and created it. And this one always hits home. It's not so much more because of me being Haitian of roots. It's so much more being also born here in America and seeing just how much America, Black America especially, has missed out on so much of the beautiful culture that IET has by not knowing that we were one. Okay, same way in a faction too, we miss out on a lot of the African culture, for example, from not knowing we were one. It's just interesting, but it really hits home because, you know, the Caribbean, the West Indies, is right in the back door of America. It was connected. It was all one piece of land. Make no mistake that when Columbus came in, he found the indigenous Arawaks. He found Haiti, found Anacaona Indian. Santo Domingo and Haiti was one body of land. So just so you know, this is all of our history. We need to treat it accordingly. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the phone lines here for a little bit. This is the first, okay? So don't come up here with the craziness. We're going to pick up a couple calls, and we're going to let, you know, one or two of y'all come on. The number that you'll be dialing will be 914-336-2648. 914-336-2648. All right? So you're able to get on the phone lines for a minute here so we can get your feedback on what's going on. How are you feeling about what's going on right now? Let's also talk about situations like solutions. In your mind, if you were a leader, what would you be doing? What would be going through your mind at the moment as to what we can do to help solidify and back our people of IET? Okay? Whether it's from direct or indirectly. So again, the number here, if you could type that there in the function, 914, and we're gonna type it in so you have it. You can call on in so we can hear what you got to say, because we gotta open for dialect. We got to open up for dialect. It's important. So at the end of the day, please remember our story from since where we came. From all the struggles that our ancestors, case in point, just like Papa Dessalines, went through to get us to where we are and to how we are, is nothing short of amazing. It's something to be honored, to be respected. And again, like I said, this is why we opened up on this day.
Just to go back to some of the situation, just read some of the comment in there. Someone talk about how D.L. Lee and Travis Smiley, all they said they was not taking it. Now they're all taking it, including Chris Rock saying taking it. But I told y'all, listen,
I wouldn't be surprised.
All of them do not take it. That means they get a pass. They get a vaccine pass. And they do it on purpose. All the people, all the Black celebrity you saw that advocating people to take it is because they not taking it themselves, where they let them pass. Like they like, okay, don't worry, you not taking it. Because they want to use these people as an example. For you to see there's nothing wrong with them, so you go out there and taking it. That's the point. It's because they get a pass and they want you, and they make sure they work for their pass is by constantly telling you, yes, you need to take it. Or yes, I take it. That's the point. Because now they want you to look up to them, because when you saw them, you're like, what the fuck? This shit don't have no problem. These niggas said they take it. I ain't see they got nothing wrong with them. And boom, that's the point. And we already been seeing this way before the election, that these celebrity was faking it. We talking about Kamala Harris have fake needles. All of them was taking because they know. I mean, shit, that should be your example. But again, I'm not against vaccine. There's a lot of people that believe in this shit. And they feel like it's okay. That's their choice. They should be okay because that's your choice. It should also be okay for those who don't get vaccinated, not be looking like they're UFOs out here. Okay, that's the point. But again, What do you expect? All these celebrities sell out, man. What do you expect?
Sadly.
Seriously. DLUD, like, really?
They be on their stations
Come on,
promoting
bruh.
the vax like it ain't nobody's business. So ain't nobody
Yo, listen, man.
too frazzled.
This is the
by
last
that.
days. We in the days when they said the last days. It's last days of bullshit. It's not because the world gonna be over. No, their world about to be over because people see the truth. Now, no more bull.
True.
They see the truth. That's their end of the world. Because now people is waking up and see who they really are. That's it. And all I'm saying again, and this crisis that we facing, this COVID, whatever you call crisis, tells the truth. And the ultimate truth finally comes out of the bag. And the truth is clear. Ain't no such thing as white or black. Because they show you these black devils been on our asses, boy. Okay? And the people that's really doing the fight is white people. So what the fuck did happen? We talking about a world changing. We talk about world event. And people that's really put themselves on the forefront fighting this shit is mostly white folks. So what the fuck?
Word.
And then the people that's doing the damages is our people that look like us. So again, that's the truth for our asses. So no more bullshit. Oh, it's white. No bullshit. It's people, man. That's it. People's fucked up and they come from all shape and size. And just like it was in the past with slavery, don't believe the hype. It was never fucking slavery. It was to come to steal the land from our native ancestors, like I said. And the people that come in that motherfucking boat was white and black. Okay? Don't believe the hype. It was all white come here and they come bullshit. It was white and black coming here to steal the land from our mothers. And okay? Simple.
It's always has been. It always will and it always will be. I mean, again, nothing's new under the sun, but it's like this. If freedom is in our blood, we got to start acting like it. If freedom is what we truly want, we can't just play like we want it on some days. And then on other days want to be about something else. It doesn't work that way. It don't work like that, y'all. We got to be about it. Be about what we say, right? So, with that said, we're opening the phone lines, but if everybody is on their little shyness today, if you're feeling like the throat ain't up to par yet, that's all right. We're going to be heading out. There's much to do, as you know. Langley Sue Blood Pool, episode 2 from the series. Series part 2 is coming. I'm excited. I'm very excited because I'm seeing the shooting going in front of my very eyes. And it's some powerful stuff going down. You already know. For all those, I'm shared a picture or two about what was going down. So you already know the busyness level is up to here. Shout out to everybody thus far that is part of the Indigenous Voodoo membership, the monthly membership, allowing you for your consult, your dream interpretations, 10% off everything in the store, including readings and merchandise. Okay, we will have a cooking segment coming up soon. For the month is out, you're going to get a cooking segment about how to start cooking some of these beautiful Haitian dishes. Not only for your own home and taste, but more so for the spirit. To learn how to cook for the spirit is magic in itself. So, congratulations to those who are here while it's still available, because it won't be available for too much longer. There's so much to do, we can only have so many people that we give that kind of attention to. So get in where you fit in. Now, on another function, if anybody, because I'm still not on Facebook, I'm on IG, but I'm still extremely busy, so I'm nowhere on IG as much as I used to be, of course. But if anybody's trying to contact you on Facebook Messenger, talk about loan me some money, I got a reading for you, or any bullshit, that is the hacker. Okay, that's the hacking energy. I'm still working this function out with Facebook. I already created my other account on IG. On IG, the hacker has not posted since the 4th of September. So they done gave up that trip. Okay? All right, now on Facebook, the energy is they're using Facebook's Messenger because they cannot post anything on my Facebook page. So they've reverted to the Messenger to try to fool and bamboozle people. So if you know, you know. That ain't me. And if anything, always you could ask them, let me hear your voice. Let me hear your voice.
That's it.
Listen, these people stupid. They more dumb than they try to think they are. So they're wasting their time. I ain't worrying about them. The show must go on. We've always told you from the beginning, always subscribe to the email list. That's the most important thing, because if anything was to happen, we end up on the other side of the world somewhere, we would always be able to give you a little email transmission about updates and what's going on. So, the email list, hello, www.thevoodoodiva.com. That's the only place that you can get my services. I do not have the time ever to try to get nobody up in their inboxes talking about I can do a reading for you and I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. Please, don't waste your time. So please look out for that. Some shady shit. We in crazy times. You know, it's the red pill, blue pill shit going on. Illusions. This was a good lesson as well, too, to see who the hell is really paying attention on my damn page. You should know my lingo and how I speak by now. So something like that, talking about being verified, whatever other bullshit that person was posting, you know that ain't coming from me. I post things to uplift, or I post about personal things like, oh, we're going to do a live, or oh, we're doing a service, or oh, you know, something that has some substance to it, to what I'm doing here. So, for anybody that got fooled or bamboozled, try to get your reversal of your money back, or whatever the hell it might be, if you was, you know, that silly and fell for it in that capacity, I feel sorry for you. But wake up and pay attention at the same time. You should know by now my lingo, my language. And my language would never be for that because I have no time for that. Especially now. Even more so than before, but especially now. In these past 3 months. Okay? So, just wanted to make that clear. That's the deal there. And like I said before, last call on the function. Anybody wants to call in and share anything? If not, we'll just talk about
movies right quick before we bounce. Shows and movies. That's pretty much what I need to talk before we dipping out of here. So technically, we have that show, the 50 show. What do you call that shit?
Canaan.
Raising Canaan.
Raising degenerates is what it should be called.
Oh my goodness.
50 Cent, you should be ashamed of yourself.
This nigga crazy.
You niggas crazy. And that's what
damn.
Do you hear me? Crazy.
I'm telling
Toxic
you, man.
Is really the word.
I mean, if you're looking at that show, man,
Mercy.
There's no bright side. It's like there's an agenda this dude is perpetrating from way back again. Because one thing, if you're looking at the show, that's the same thing that happened in Power. Having the kid to kill his father. Same shit. So this dude is telling you the father figure is not need to exist. So it's, again, if you look at the little girl on the show, she was fighting her father, spitting on the father's face, and she was scuffed. Like they both were scrapping. Mercy. Again, telling you that the father figure don't need to exist. This is the show this motherfucker is pushing on people's face, man. I got a message for this nigga, man. This nigga gonna watch everything that he owed dear to die in front of him. The ancestors not happy with this nigga, man.
At all.
He's a poison to the youth, man.
All.
This shit is a degenerate ass show. Whoever the writer, they pretty much exposed their ass as a motherfucking problem to this community, man. These folks is making death. This movie this show have no bright side to nothing. So now this lady, this girl, the mother, she's a big time actress. I gotta give it to her. She's the star of the show. Don't get me wrong. And to me, if I'm making a movie about ancient Egypt, the mother of Akhenaten, Queen Tia, this chick is the reincarnation of Queen Tia. If that's the role she was supposed to play, Queen Tia. Fact, she looked like Queen Tia. That's the role she deserves. And a lot of people now being mad because she's married a white dude. I'm like,
okay, wait.
What the fuck?
That's an actor minding her own business. That's
they all mad.
She thought she a gangster.
But again, that's the agenda. People playing what a role. This shit is not real. They are perpetrating false lie. They create false illusion. They create false movement. Now we buy into her shit thinking she hard. In reality, she's a mother that she's in love with a white person raising a mixed child that she would never even dare to think she'll raise that child like the role she's playing. So now ask yourself, who she's playing that role over. If you're looking at her character in the show, instead of having her son to be focused in school, she's pulled out a gun and said the son go kill your father and deliver us. You need to be a gangster, start shooting and teach him how to kill. All that shit. But she have a daughter, a biracial daughter that she's raising. And she wouldn't dare to have a lifestyle like that for her own daughter. But again, That's the point. These are garbage that they pushing in our community. This shit's not gonna affect white people. That shit is, the people that watching this show is our people, our children, our youth. And that's what they're gonna get. Like they have a song on the show, The Street Need a Body.
It's that's fucking crazy. Streets, like, yo, there's no part in that show that has any type of sunlight whatsoever. Just not even, no moral to the story, no nothing except that the black woman as a mother is a monster. She's going to raise an even worse bastard child, monster, if you will, who's going to kill his daddy, who's going to create drugs and sell it in the community and do worse than what the mother was doing. I mean, it's a fucking piece of trash.
Same shit.
Trash.
Same shit with power. This dude grew up on the street, St. Patrick. He wanted his son to go to school.
And guess do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Son, kill him. Same shit. 50 shit. That's what 50 do. Eradicate the education. Eradicate black excellence. Just keep the street shit going. And again, he was never a great rapper, but he was a part of the prison industrial complex. That was why they destroyed Ja Rule. Ja Rule was making love music at that time. That's what everybody was loving. Ja Rule was making Tug Loving. That's the shit he was doing. So the prison industry was not making money. So they come up with 50, sponsored 50. The prison industry got his back, and they pushed this gangster shit. You know how many kids die off from 50 album? Many, man. Many. You know how many kids die from this bitch? Get Rich or Die Trying. How many kids die from this era? And now he's a father. He just have a baby with this Asian chick. Now he acting like that's the child that he have. That's the only child that he have. And he have another kid ugly just like his ass. But he act like he don't want to claim the kid because the kid look just like his ass. So now you want to claim this kid acting like, yeah, that's my son.
That's the only son.
You know what I'm saying? So now, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a father now. Don't worry. Mother Nature going to devour you.
Listen.
That's how shit work. Mother Nature gonna devour you.
It's a situation every time, y'all. Every time. Every time. Well, listen. It's been fun, but the night must continue. There's still much work to do. If you've gotten a reading or a Three Gates reading you have not gotten it yet, bear with us. Today was heavy. Not only with what's been going on with IET, but what's been going on with Papa Dessalines and how all this is falling on the time. It's been deep. It's been heavy. Now, we were originally slated to do this show later in the week, but the spirit was like, nope, get your ass and let's go. So we over here like, all right then, shit. That's literally how it happened today. So, again, for whoever has certain things going on, bear with me as I communicate with you and we set up our times and get our shit together with that. We got you. We ain't going nowhere, but today we had to give thanks to the ancestor, give thanks to what is important. I want to share something with you all real quick. Just as something that I wrote a little bit back, and it makes me think of Papa Dessalines. That's where my mind was when I wrote it. So I just want to just share this real quick, okay, in essence with Papa Dessalines, because this is how it hit my heart. A little poetry for you. Now here we go. On avec respect, Papa Dessalines. IET will rise up from the ashes with a solid military force to protect and defend. The people will return to cultivation that give bountiful harvest to no end. The ocean will dance with singing sirens watching the boats come in to trade. The night will be full of moon and stars in the sky while we dance in a big parade. The children will rejoice from learning the ancestors and the ancient way. The air smelling of sweet hibiscus flowers. Friends can laugh and talk for hours. This is the IET that I see. A place where the ideal of love and progress, regardless of dark brown or tan color, will disappear for this spell that we've been under. The citadel, a place for all to see. Richness in every family. When I close my eyes and take in the chi, oh yes, this is the IET that I see. Aye bobo. A little poetry from your girl when she was feeling it. Aye Bombay. Honor and respect Aye bobo, for this is how we must think and see. Everything has to be in our word, in our speech, in our pulling it out into the universe. It's a full moon. Break away whatever chains and make a way for the new. Full moon in Pisces is that. The intuitive feelings you're going to be getting, When you really feel something is right or when you really feel is wrong as well too, ooh, you're going to have to be listening to that. Because at the end of the month, we're going through some serious retrogrades. Not only Mercury, we're going to have the motherfuckers retrograding everywhere. About 6 or 7 planets. Listen. Woo! From the end of September to the mid of October, it's going to be serious. It's going to be some people acting real nasty and being real funky because they don't know themselves. And they ain't stepping up to the plate to conquer their shadows. So, you don't want to be around when that's happening because it's going to be an ugly process and some people going to really show their asses. So you want to watch out for that, okay? But in the same token, on a good note, the full moon in Pisces is also going to give us a little romance, a little appreciation for your partner or for yourself, okay? It's going to be about expanding and trying new things, all right? And it's also going to be listening, of course, to the deeper intuitive energy. What is that real inside of you telling you? How is your spirit speaking to you? Not only when the ancestors speak and all that, we know that's one side of it all, but how are you, the real you, speaking to you? That has to be out here in this world doing this, that, and the third, school and work and children and relationships and, all this other stuff you got to be. What are you slowing down? Are you resting? Again, the autumn equinox is upon us. You know that's a powerful time. For what? The autumn is showing us the change, the transformation time. We've respectably left the summer here. We get into the groove here. So, give yourself that time to refresh, to renew, to reset, of course. Do what you must, because this fall going into summer, I'm saying going into summer, Lord have mercy, I wish summer didn't leave me, but fall going into winter, it's going to be rather serious. We're going to be tested and tried on many levels, people. Make sure that you are stocking your food, your water, your first aid kits. Make sure that you're preparing your mind, keeping candles around, keeping alcohol, Florida water, different things for sanitation purposes. Making sure that you're readying yourself for whatever may come your way, our way. I said that, and them lights turned off. Like, God damn. Yeah, so you already know it's real right now.
These lights have batteries.
They got batteries.
100%. The spirit is so much around here.
It's flickering on and off in here today. It's just this we started.
That's how it is. We guys, you already know. That's how you find out if spirit around. If the light keeps flickering around.
I'm telling you.
That's it. They just heavy up in here. So, if you guys ever been to our house, you probably run away. You probably be like, no, fuck this bitch.
Shit always making sounds over there. They stay walking through over here. See,
shit.
Look, one come on and the other one don't. They playing a real game.
You would run.
We see you.
Shit be moving. Shit is falling. Shit be dragging by itself. All that shit. That's what's been happening to our house, but it's normal. So there's no worry. There's no scared, nothing. We not afraid of none of that.
And one time,
most people
shouting out real quick. Sorry to Shaycon Studios. Okay, for making my Eva a voodoo birth story. If you have not checked that beautiful piece of work out yet, please do your due diligence and head over right after you get off here with me.
Part 2 next week, so get ready to hear the story behind that.
Yes, I am just doing this specifically for my sisters, for my mothers-to-be, and mothers that might be on the way, pregnant now as we speak, or are going to be conceiving soon, whatever the case situation you're in. This is an awesome function to really get a little deeper into the power of what it is to open that portal between you and your partner. Not just for the ladies, but the importance of what the partner has to step in and do as well. And how deep this is right now, especially with these COVID babies, these new age babies.
Different type of babies, man.
Talking at 3 months and shit. Wanting to hold their own bottle at 2 and 3 months and shit. Listen, the amount of things I done seen already with this little one, I can't even put it to words. She amazes me daily. She amazes us daily.
Different kind of breed.
Like, what? What?
They are different.
So they are really another kind of function. Their intelligence is way up there. Their intuitive energy, telepathically talking to you, all that. They powerful. They very powerful. So we must prepare. That's all. So that was the inspiration behind it. Please make sure you check it out. Shaycon Studios is killing it. Once again, so therefore, please do your due diligence.
I'm going to take 2 questions.
Okay.
Before I'm out of here.
Well, all right.
2 questions, and we dipping. All right.
Yes, indeed. So peace, love, and elbow grease. Okay. And until we hit you up next time, again, subscribe to the email list. Okay. Yeah, but ain't nobody calling in. Somebody says that we were talking call, but you didn't call. Or unless you have the number wrong on there. I'm not sure, but we were. However, that time now has passed.
Time has passed. So 2 questions.
Next time,
we did
2 questions, and that'll be that. Again, subscribe to the email list so that you're there for the updates and what's going on. So stay tuned.
Shout out to Queen 368.
Yeah, okay,
much
love. So make sure that you guys are on point with that, because that's how we keep in touch. You never know where the world's gonna take you, but the email address, for the most part anyway, we were able to keep you on track with what's going on, and of course here on the forum. So share the live. Go and check out the Voodoo Verse story. It's so beautiful. I can't wait for you guys to see it, for those who haven't seen it yet. And stay good. Happy full moon.
Someone
Get
said
your rituals
the number
on.
was not
Get your
working.
Papa Legba on. I have not received anything. So that means that your number that you put on there, no. That means the number you put up on there is not that.
It is what I'm.
Nope, because the old number is not that. So trust me, I know. Unless you got to go back at the pin and check it out. Make sure you have the proper. Make sure that you check out what you have.
It is that.
Okay, well, I did not get anything.
We'll figure it out.
Singing on me.
Next week.
Peace, love, and elbow grease.
Someone said, why do the elite love Haitian blood so much and not the Dominican? Why we in the same people? You got to understand, man. It's the ritual aspects of the vibration of the area. It's where the people is located. Okay, there's a vibration taking place inside of these folks' blood. Remember, Mother Nature, what you call Earth, that region of Haiti is in the center. So there's a humming of the frequency of Mother Earth that's taking place in this vibration of these people. Okay, and they are known also to be the blood lineage of the very first original groups of people that settled in that region, what you call your Atlantis or Lemuria, if you want to go that side. So that type of blood is the ancient and is the most compatible to others. And also frequency of the ancestors lived on. When you say frequency, the loi, okay, spirit lives among that blood inside of these people. So they not only absorb the blood, they're absorbing power at the same time. So it's like, yes, you absorb the blood, but the power within the blood, this is what they gain are doing that at the same time. So yes. And remember, the blood of these Haitian groups of people, remember I told y'all, this is 2 groups that become one. The Haitian side, they have 2 powerful blood. This is the native blood and the African blood that become one. So you have the West and the East become one. Okay, so that's the difference. So in the Dominican side, most of these Dominican was not, see, what you see in DR today then was not how it was at one point. The DR today is conditioning. They bring people from Europe, white European, to recondition the bloodline. So the blood is getting really light because they import white to start having babies with a lot of DR people at one point. So the blood is definitely diluted. So it's not as strong as that Haitian is because it's still the pure blood between Native and Africans. So it's totally different because of that. That's why they feed for the Haitian blood, because it's best of the both worlds, which means America and Africa combined, the best and the strongest gene, because those African come with the spirituality of their blood. We talk about the Ogun, the warrior, and then the native have all the other pantheon of spirit of voodoo. You mix those 2 sides, then you have a living God. So they want that living God blood. That's why they consume. That's why the Haitians always been in the forefront to do what they do, and as they continue to do so. All right, last question. Let's see. All right. What do you think about the earthquake in Mexico and volcano eruption that happened last week, and the sky was changing color, red and blue flashing in the sky? Okay, people, I want y'all to understand we have in the underground warfare, okay? So the earthquake you hear in Mexico, like I said, have the largest underground facility that they smuggle the majority of human trafficking. It's down there in Mexico. And most of them, they smuggle them in around, again, the border, okay? The border of Mexico, this is where they usually snatching the majority of the bodies that people end up being missing with. So that the underground being exploded, that means there's a war going on between factions. So we don't know what out there. Some people said aliens, some people said the white hat, some people said the white dragon. There's so many shit out there we yet to know. But what we know for sure, these underground facilities being destroyed by underwater nuke or hydro nuke. And the reason why you see the light in the sky is the underwater blast that caused that flare of the blast underwater that project into the sky. Because you got to understand, what you see in the sky is underwater. All your stars is not space. This is underwater reflection that project into the atmosphere, because you know our planet is covered with a dome. So the glacier dome project what's in the water is projected that back up. So the reason why the sky went blue with the blue light is because of the flare from the blast underwater that caused it. So again, the volcanic activity always shows you is a lot of pressure. Hydrogen pressure causes volcanic activity. So if you see the volcano start to reactivate, it again shows you it's underwater blast. So again, the nuke underwater caused the volcanic activity to start taking places. So yes, this is what we are in, and that's what you got, okay? All right. So my brothers and sisters, thank you. I would definitely, yes, I see House of Cards is a dope show. It definitely shows you what they plan on. Okay. Amistad Dimension, are you considering using CGI for your movie? Of course. Are you a CGI artist, my brother? I'm talking to you, Amistad Dimension. If you're a CGI artist, reach me out. We can work together, because I'm in the film thing. Anybody that willing to collaborate to make stuff that we not getting opportunity to do. So yes, I'm joining arm with anyone that willing to be a part of this journey of mine, which is to make things or make content outside of the typical bull that you see out there, the typical drug shit. All we do is selling drugs and killing niggas. That's all. If you watch every shit that deal with black folks on TV, we always making movie about drugs. 50 Cent have nearly fucking the seasonal shit since Power start till now, and now he have Power Book. They don't want his engine to stop. These Zionist Jews don't want 50 to stop, because they want the prison to keep pumping niggas. They want the prison to keep bringing niggas. They want bodies. And 50 just make sure he become an instrument of death for our community. Like I said, don't you goddamn worry. Mother Nature's already got his plan in motion and set in motion. This nigga gonna cry his fucking gut out, because he gonna watch everybody close to him die one by one. And he gonna be the last man standing, because they want to take everybody that's dear to him away from him. That's how Mother Nature works. Because you putting fuck shit out there to destroy her fruits, she gonna take the bad one out. That's how the shit is. Okay? That's how the shit is. So Amistad, brother Amistad, if you do, let me know. Send me your information. I'm gonna send you my email address. So if you a CGI artist, let me know so we can get some work together. Definitely. So you can reach me out, and I'm gonna write it down and put a pin on it. Shan Khan. Okay, I'm gonna send you my email address. Okay, all right. I just put it out there. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter. If you know someone that do, then you know we can keep that link popping, so we make better move and all that. So once again, this account of Mambo, anybody in Instagram, this is Mambo pages is hacked. And again, this is pretty much people out there that's providing services, and they not what they said they are. So pretty much she got hijacked for that reason. And also, you know, plenty of fake page out there. They pretty much trying to tarnish her legacy, or trying to, you know, do that, because that's what people do. You know, if they can make anything for themselves, because when they see the light that's on you, they just pretty much trying to cast shadow, because she's the only one out there with a reputation that clean. Because most of these charlatans out there, that's all they do is fucking doing bad rap or doing fuck shit in the name of the spirit. So we make sure we do the shit right. We make sure we come out with a movement. We got clothes. We bring knowledge that you never hear before. So we are align ourselves with a part of truth that's not being getting the light or the effort it needs to be. But nevertheless, we're doing what we need to do, and we are on the right track. So once again, for my brothers and sisters out there, if you don't know, get that membership, and it's getting out there, almost closing. We almost get into our mark, because we can only do so much. But for those that become a member, we are family for life. This is not just membership. And again, it's a part of a way to support the project we doing, because you know nobody gonna support me in this movie shit. Nobody want me to make what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is revolutionary. This is what revolutionary is about. Is to be able to tell your true story, or tell a story they're not there to do, because they want to be the only one playing the game, those Zionist Jews. And their job is to keep us in a light of slave, or to keep us degenerate. They don't want us to get in the proper light and to be in a position of power. The position of power is nothing else but to see yourself in power. And this is what I'm trying to do. So all of this membership is helping me to keep funding these projects, because you already know the film industry, anything dealing with film is expensive, man. You know, just get this upgrade within my camera. We talking about a $15,000 camera. We talk about lenses that cost $7,000 to $5,000 per lens. So this is like, I mean, how many of our people that can do that as like an irregular thing? No, we can't. And this is why those that really can do that, they want to make sure they keep them in the perspective of doing everything they want them to do. Is the pop line prison industry, same shit, same cliche shit. You know what I'm saying? All we do is do degenerate or be in a killing machine for one another. So once again, thank you, brothers and sisters. Become a member. Go to thevoodoodiva.com, become a member. And if you don't, you know, you can get a reading with Mumbo or 3 Gates with me. And the 3 Gates is powerful as hell. Like, trust me, this is knowledge never here before. This is opportunity to find out about what your purpose and what spirit that finally know what they need to do. Because a lot of us calling on spirit that their job is not to do what you asking them to do. Some spirit job was to protect you, and you don't even know who the fuck they are in the first place. So you calling out on something that have nothing to do with you. So again, powerful information. Thank you for people that do, and people that I'm supposed to reach out to you soon. I got your back. Don't worry. We got you, and I see you soon. So again, every Monday, the show will be on. We have Scream, Laugh, and Cry every Monday. So share the live. We're going to get better. So once again, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Said what's up to everyone for me. Thank you.